Good morning, Jamie. I am responding to you with my own version of Cawfee Talk. This is rough getting on here with no makeup, but my Cawfee Talk has Diet Coke because I don't drink coffee. I tried to put a lot of cream, a lot of sugar. I've tried flavors. It just leaves that taste in my mouth, and so I can't do it. So, sorry. But anyway, I love your Cawfee Talks every day. So this is so much fun. The no makeup things kill me. I just worked out. So, but anyway, your Cawfee Talk this morning really spoke to my heart. And there was no other way than for me to do it than to follow your lead and to do it verbally. I'm a very verbal person. And if I typed it, it would be too long in your comments and you're just driving nuts. So anyway, so I'm responding to you just like you talk to us. Your Cawfee Talk this morning about your teacher was so heartwarming and heart-touching. And it's amazing how people are put into our lives and how that something simple, something very simple that they could do for you, just being a friend or just being there can totally change your life. I've had incidents in my life where there's a poem and it's called To the Women on My Journey. And I've had a lot of women on my journey, first of all, with my mother, who's absolutely amazing, but she's my mom and I love her and I wouldn't be the person that I am without her. And Mom, I thank you. And then my sister, who's just fun, and we're on. We're off, but I love her. And then I've had other women along my journey who I've reached out to who I've tried to reconnect with, who really didn't understand the magnitude of what they meant to me. And it kind of hurt, but it taught me a lesson to know that you could do something so simple to somebody and you don't know how they impact your life. But that's not who I'm talking about today. Who I'm talking about is a fellow Cawfee Talker. I turned her on to you, and I've actually shared a little bit in some of the comments from your other Cawfee Talks about her. The person who has really impacted my life and changed my life and put me where I am today is a very dear friend, Jody Zavala. First time I saw Jody, I had just switched to high schools. I had an attitude because I wanted to go back to the other high school, and this school in Peoria, Arizona, Peoria High School, I felt was country and a bunch of hicks, and they were going to have a rodeo instead of a football game. Not true. But anyway, my mom said, hey, if you get good grades, you're going to go back and to your other school. And, being a junior, I was like, yes. So I really didn't take the time to get to know anybody. And I remember having an attitude, and I remember seeing this cute little cheerleader with a yellow and red shirt, build up double t-shirt, and the double socks. This is 1987, so roll with me. And so she had the yellow and red socks. I think she even had yellow and red shoelaces. Anyway, bow in the hair, the whole thing. And I thought, what a muff. I mean, seriously. I hated everybody at that school because I was mad and I wanted to be where I wanted to go. So I focused on studying. Well, let's not play games as much as I could. And I got good grades. Yay! And my mom, I was like, hey, I got good grades. I can go back to Alhambra High School. Shout out to Alhambra. Love you guys too. Have a lot of great friends from there. But anyway, I got good grades. And she said, no, you're not going back because you got such good grades. I was like, great. So I had some friends, and they were awesome, and, I was not totally isolated. But my senior year, I happened to get into a government class, and there she was, that muff girl, Jody Zavala. Well, her name was Jody Johnson back then. Of course, look at her name, Jody Johnson, really? Anyway, and we connected. And I finally opened up and we connected, and we used to sing alone on a Sunday morning. Outside I see the rain is falling. Whoa. We would sing in between classes in Arizona. Classes are outside. Anyway, we had a good time. And one night Jody decided to invite me to a slumber party. Not at her house, at her other friend's house, her great friends. And I went. And that was a changing point for me because Jody introduced me to the rest of my best friends. my lifelong best friends who are just like me and who I couldn't imagine my life without. And you would think that would be enough because now I have these awesome friends. But Jody stayed in my life. And because of those friends, then one of the other friends' dads came in one day, one of my best friends, Carrie Williams. Carrie, you need to listen to this. I'll tag you. And her dad said to us one day, hey, why don't you guys become flight attendants? And so we did. And then I became a flight attendant. Then lived in LA with a whole bunch of with Carrie, and became a flight attendant for American Airlines, and lived with other friends from high school. And we had a great time. And then I decided to, LA was too expensive, so I thought I'd move to Nashville, where I was raised, even though my family's still in Arizona. So I decided to move to Nashville. Long story short, because I know you don't want to listen to this for an hour, but moved back to Nashville, and basically I re-met somebody that I knew in my childhood, which was my husband. And, re-met him, and fate brought us together because it was somebody I knew in my childhood. And then had my child. Then Jody, again, shares something else with me, which is my company now, which is Gold Canyon, and was able me to stay home with my child, my son, and stay home and leave being a flight attendant, which I loved. But it all takes me back to that one decision, or maybe it was my mom's decision, but Jody taking the time to introduce me and to share her friends with me is why I am who I am and where I am today. Had I not opened up, and had Jody not reached out to me and been the kind person that she is, and those who are watching this and know this about Jody know that this is the truth, I wouldn't have what I have today. I wouldn't have my husband. I wouldn't have my children. I would not have my new best friends with my new company. I wouldn't have my best friends from American Airlines. So, Jody, I know we've said it a million times, and I've been blessed with this company. The sun's coming in to share even more amazing times. Jody and I have been able to snorkel in Tahiti and go to Australia and go to Costa Rica with our husbands and with other friends that we love so much. So it's so overwhelming and blessed and thankful. And Jody, I tell you all the time and we cry. Thank you for everything you've done for me. All the words, all the hugs, all the more fun times will never, ever let you know the gratitude I have for you. Okay, thanks, Jamie, for making me cry. I love you. It was good having this coffee talk, and that sun is cutting my neck off. Thanks, Jamie, and I'm grateful to you, and I love you. Have a great day.